Rich Rising family. It's your brother from another motherland, Mr. McKill, the energy right now, family. We are outside. Listen, get in your spiritual game. This rising, I've been thinking about the choices that I've made in my life that have led me to where I'm at right now. And I can see the thoughts that I was having at 19, 20, 21, 22, etc. Those thoughts and what I did with those thoughts, the actions that I took, is what led me to the life that I live today. And I'm inspired to share this message because I see so many people right now choosing a life that doesn't align with their highest intentions. Family, you are in a game. I can't stress this enough. You are in a game, a spiritual game that we know as life. And in this game, you are the main character. Yes, you are the main character of your game. And your body, yes, is your controller. That controller has buttons, known as your brain. That controller has a joystick, yes, known as the moves that you make. You see, and you have power ups. That game, that character has powers, that character has weapons, that character has XP that it can use for itself. And so the moves you make every day, family, are supposed to take you somewhere. The moves you make every day are supposed to be stepping stones to somewhere. Now, it's okay to not know where that is for you. But what's not okay, family, especially when you pass your teens, what's not okay is for you to make moves based on what someone else expects of you, or based on what, like like moving on default mode. You know, like when you go to an arcade and you're watching a demo of the game. I realize a lot of people are still in demo mode of their life and wondering why they keep manifesting a life that's actually not aligned with who they know and feel and experience themselves on a daily basis. You need to get out of demo mode. You need to be able to recognize what that controller is and be able to put your hands on it and start to push the buttons that's going to activate your greatest experience of yourself. Every single one of us, family, was sent here with a unique purpose. How do I know that? Because it's written right here on your fingertips. Your fingertips has these swirls, these circles that look like mini universes, and that expresses your unique footprint in this universe. There will never be another one of you again in life. This is a unique experience. This is a unique game. And so my mission, aim, and purpose is to help everyone understand theirs. Your map. Mission, aim, and purpose. Your map that's going to guide you through this game of life. Your map doesn't have to look like mine. Your map doesn't have to look like your parents. Your map doesn't have to look like your favorite celebrities. But you should accept by now that you do have a map, a mission, aim, and purpose. And that comes with its own tools, its own powers, and its own challenges that's going to allow you to experience the best of yourself. Today, family, I want you to do some button bashing. You know when we play a game and you're not sure about... this is a good one. If you're feeling stuck, if you woke up today and you're feeling stuck and you're at odds with yourself, you're not sure what you're going to do with your life, you're confused, your head is, muddy with thoughts, and your thoughts are everywhere, you're inconsistent with certain things, I need you to button bash. I need you to button bash. Yes? You remember when you first get a game and you don't know how to play the game, you ain't read the manual or nothing like that, and you just want to see what the character can do. So you're in player mode and you're just bashing, pressing all buttons, doing all kind of combos to see what happens. This is what I want you to do with your day. Today, I want you to flip the script on your day. Let's say you woke up and you're going to work. I need you to wear something different to work. I need you to eat something else on your lunch break. I need you to sign up for something by the end of the day that represents a better version of yourself. This could be a class. This could be a tutorial. This could be signing up for my spiritual game program. This could be Duolingo. This could be learning a new language. This could be learning a new skill. Something. I need you to go somewhere at the end of work. Again, that represents your highest intentions. This is called button bashing. You're doing these things so you can experience a different aspect of yourself. You want to put yourself on a different algorithm by changing the way. That's why I love the internet right now. The internet right now is probably my favorite version, most favorite version of the internet is right now, because family, everything you see online, when you open up your Instagram or your TikTok, what it decides to show you on your feed is representative of what it believes you are interested in. And why does it believe you're interested in that? Because it's following what you like, what you share, how long your attention stays on a video, what you comment on, right? And so if you've been commenting on, look, I'm getting shown Michael Jackson videos, I'm being shown some comedy stuff. You know, I've been looking at a lot of gym stuff lately, so I'm being shown new workout routines. I got some black nostalgic content here. Wrestling, as always. What's going on in wrestling? I do Cesar Rojo, so it's showing me African dance, African spirituality, African culture. That's what it's showing me, because it's referencing what I am constantly paying attention to. Now, this may be new in terms of technology, but it's not new in terms of spirituality. Spirit, what they call metaphysics, works in the exact same way, family. Wherever your attention grows, family, wherever your attention goes, this is what comes towards you. This is what magnetizes towards your life. You see? So wherever you give your energy the most is what's going to feed into your perception of your reality. And so that's why it's very important to understand that regardless of what's happening in the world, which is everything you can imagine is happening at the same time, regardless of what's happening in the world, family, you yourself can curate a specific experience of life based on what you give your attention to every day, what you put your thoughts on consistently, what you decide to practice, and what you decide to participate in for long periods of time. So I want to challenge you to button bash, to get yourself on a new algorithm in life. Take a new route to work. Talk to people on the train. Talk to people on your commute. Again, sign up for things that are representative of who you want to become. You have to take back the controller, family. We were all born with two spiritual powers. Yes, there's some spiritual powers that we have as humans that we don't talk about. Yes, we believe in God. We understand God's power in our life. Most people don't understand that, actually, what God's purpose and role is in our life and God's relationship with us. I'm going to get into that. But in this moment, I want to talk to you about two spiritual powers that every human being has, that they give away. They sell away to the lowest bidder every day. I want to talk about two spiritual powers that every single human being has, that is supposed to be used to change, design, refurbish, and author your life. But most of society hand it over for someone else to control without payment. Those two superpowers are your imagination and your affirmation. How you visualize life and how you define life. How you visualize yourself in life and how you define yourself in life. Most of us do not know that quality of visualization and definition, imagination and affirmation, most people do not know that is like your blue and red buttons on your controller. Those are the two powers that are going to reshape and redesign your experience of life. And God is not in control of that. That's the aspect of your spirit that is under your free will. And this is something that I teach in the spiritual game. I break it down how that applies in spiritual law. Okay? So you know it's not coming from just my ideas alone, which I have many. Right? Your imagination, your visual thinking, and your affirmation, your verbal thinking are two spiritual powers that you have at your beck and call. And most people are giving it away to be used, abused, sold, programmed by companies, religion, governments, and just whatever cult wants to arise and use it. The first thing you have to do, family, is begin to visualize the exact person you are desirous of becoming. Look at yourself, the self that you've known all your life. First, understand that there is nothing wrong with you. Any way you've been made, even the negative parts of your character can be used for the greatest version and expression of yourself once they're able to be reimagined and redefined. You see it? You see that? So, I want you to imagine and visualize the highest version of yourself, the greatest expression of yourself. What does that look like? What does that look like in the way you connect with people? What do you serve humanity? What we call love service. What is your love service to humanity? What is your love service to people? How are you waking up and making the world a better place and improving yourself because of it? What's the one thing that people come to you for that makes you rich, that makes you wealthy, that makes you feel happy, that makes you feel successful, that makes you feel embodied with love? Not just in your head, but embodied. What is that? How do you look? The best version of you, how does that look? How is it expressed? Are you fit? Are you healthy? Are you running? Are you an athlete? You know, again, think about yourself. Don't think about other people. What's a great improvement for you? What's a big step for you? I want you to visualize that. And I want, if you are able, to remove your imagination of yourself from other people's perception on what that imagination should look like and be. Remove it from other people's perception. Remove it from other people's custody. Take back custody of your imagination. Take back custody of your imagination. Take back custody of your imagination of yourself. You do not have to imagine yourself how anyone has imagined you. You can reimagine your entire life. Most people have based their imagination on themselves around what their work allows them free time to do. We're in 2026. You have a smartphone. You do not need to do that. One of the most powerful things that I feel like would be a great activation for people is to look at what you leave your house for every day. The work you go out there for. How much you making at work? You make $2 grand a month, $3 grand a month? you make 5 grand, 6 grand a month, cool. And this applies only if you don't like your job or your work is stopping you from really tapping into your greatest expression of yourself. I want you to look at what you leave your house for, 40 hours a week, 35 hours a week, and ask yourself, how can I make the same amount of money doing what I love? Don't think about being a millionaire. Don't think about, clearing 500,000, unless that's what you're doing already at your job, then fair enough. But I'm talking to the people who are at jobs, who are paying them shit and treating them shit. Can you challenge yourself? Can you reimagine your life that you are making the same amount of money doing what you love? This is what I did at 19. Yes? When I was 19, the last job I had, I was working in Sainsbury's, and I was probably making like, I don't know, £500 a month after everything, right? And I was like, man, I'm working 5 days a week, 6 hours or some crazy 7 hours, something like that. And I'm like, I also used to clean hospitals. And I'm like, bro, are you telling me that you can, if you just focus on what you love doing, which is music, which is helping people mentally, which is speaking and connecting with people, young people, you tell me you can't make £500 a month doing that? And not only about the money is one thing. How would you feel if that was your job? How would you feel if the way you made the same amount of money was actually doing something you love? Now, mind you, this is back in 2006, 7, right? And we're here 20 years later, family, and this is the life that I live. That decision I made back then, like I said at the top of this video, that decision I made back then is what has ordered my life and taken me on the trajectory that I live on now, where everything I do, I am the maker and owner of everything I do. And that is the best way to control your karma. Being a maker and owner of your life is the best way to control your karma. Why do I say that? Because money is such a huge physical energy. It's a huge physical energy, and it can really disturb your karmic flow based on where you're getting it, how you're getting it. If you're getting money in ways that doesn't reflect your moral grounding, your principles, your highest intentions for yourself, if you're getting money, if you're receiving money to do things that degrade you spiritually, or you're receiving money and you're committed to the program of money that, again, degrades who you know you truly are, then you're participating in a negative karma. And getting out of that loop is going to be deeply frustrating for you because, money immediately helps your life. The excuse will be, I'm paying bills. I'm covering what I need to cover. I'm sorting myself out. And that's a valid excuse. But after years and years of doing that, and you're not seeing the best out of yourself, you're not being able to change your life in the way that you constantly pray for, you have to look at what you're submitting yourself to. And so the challenge that I'm giving to you now in 2026 is this. If you are taking home 2.5 grand a month, you should be going online and figuring out how you can make that same £2,500 a month every month doing what you love, because you absolutely can do that. It's never been simpler. It's not easy, but it's simple. You see? So that's what I want to give to my people. That's the message I want to give to you today. Change your algorithm. Change your algorithm. Go crazy. Do something different out of the box today that reflects your highest intentions. It doesn't have to be big. It could just be small. A small new habit that's going to shift the way you experience yourself and what you are attracting into your life. And if you can, which I know you can, Start to visualize and define yourself in a way that allows you to put your greatest intentions for yourself first, i.e. following the path of your heart, i.e. becoming those thoughts in your head. Many of you have thoughts about who you want to become. You have imaginations. You're probably even doing studies about who you want to become, businesses you want to start, how you would love to experience yourself. Now is the age of becoming. Now it's time to step into that flow properly and embody that thing that you imagine, embody that thing that you are studying, that spirit, that spiritual person that you are designing. Now it's time to embody it, family. And if you need assistance doing that, tap in with your brother. DM me the word start game or send me an email at mikel@chezarojo.com, family, and I'm going to help you get in the game. I want to hear from you. Message me on Instagram or wherever you see this video, DM me and let me know you are ready to get in the game, and I will help you embody and become the greatest version of yourself that you already have in your head. Peace in, love out. Let's go.